2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, they're currently in possession of a playoff spot as the 7th seed in the East, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind being a little more comfortable than that. Really powering through this last leg of the season, Shaq, this late in the game, are there any final adjustments that the top teams can make before the playoffs start?
Yeah, you got to polish up your rotations. And if the guys absolutely need rest, give it to them, Ernie. Take a nap like this.
Take a nap?
He's really sleeping.
I see.
He's really sleeping.
As long as he doesn't snore, he
is really legitimately sleeping.
It's amazing.
He mentioned it, fell asleep, just like that.
He's got, everyone has a different mental state, as Shaq just showed. And for the playoffs, you have to have a really good one. And there's a lot of sleeper teams in the playoffs still left. And I have a sleeping bunch here. Back to you, Kevin. I'm kind of tired, too.
A stunning view of Capitol Hill from high above. We're here in the seat of the U.S. government, Washington, D.C. It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. They're just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. They're in the lower tier of the playoff contenders, hanging out at the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
Let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And some teams this late in the season, Steve, have rosters that really have been ravaged by injury. Does that have an effect on the mentality of a team, seeing so many players on the shelf and knowing that there's more on your shoulders now?
Yeah, it does. I think sometimes you look at it, you're going, how much will we have left individually or a team when we have so many guys out? But a lot of players and a lot of teams do a great job of just gutting through it. But sometimes when you look at it, the deeper you go in the postseason, when you don't have enough bodies, it catches up to you.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Lee in at the 2-guard.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Pass to Prince. Gortat with the block. Atlanta on D. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
No, they say it, defense wins championships. If they didn't have great D in that game, no way they would have come away victorious.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. It's Wall with the drive. Yep, that one goes.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Taylor kicks to Prince. Morris against Collins. Washington with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening, gave up a lot of easy points.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And that one falls for Wall.
Yeah, easy to appreciate Wall, an all-star caliber talent who just fills up the stat sheet.
That one is no good.
And fans may get excited by big stats from individual players. For the Hawks, it's all about equal opportunity offense.
They get the rebound. Collins. Beal with the steal. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Beal's running, and that one drops for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And the Hawks, top 6 last season in assist percentage.
You know, it's a democratic style, a lot of passing. It keeps everybody engaged, which I'll tell you.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. It's stolen by Morris. For the finish.
Okay.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
You know what? They were awful offensively, labored to score on any level.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Chance to look at the stats for Prince. His last 10 games, he's getting around 16 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Porter with it. He's picked up by Lee, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Taylor dishes to Dedmon. The pass to Lee. And here's Prince outside. Drains the three-pointer. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that ends the frustration. They've been ice cold to start this one.
Yeah, their first bucket of the night. You can hear the collective sigh of relief.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Taylor. He kicks it to Prince. Three-pointer. Another three for Atlanta.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Porter passes to Gortat. Back to Porter.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Prince with the defensive effort. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 11. Now, Smitty, you look at Coach Bud, Mike Budenholzer of the Hawks. You got to love the equal opportunity offensive style he employs.
Yes, right out of the San Antonio Spurs playbook. A lot of passing. They talk about we want to get a great shot, not a good shot. Unselfish basketball.
Beal on the double team. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Morris.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Wall against Taylor. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
They double him with Wall. They get a hand on it. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Lee kicks to Prince. Collins, a screen on Gortat. Back to Lee. To the inside. Shot clock at 5. The Hawks again can't hit. Wizards leading by 15. On the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But when teams are allowed to play zone, I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
And so it's Washington with it. Gortat. And the shot goes in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. The Hawks trail by 19. Gortat with the steal. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach.
Taylor dishes to Lee. Prince outside. Collins a screen on Porter. Prince the pass to Taylor. No good again that time.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
He dishes it to Collins. There's a screen. Dedmon kicks to Taylor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And good that time.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Taylor. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. Over Taylor. Tries again, and there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got 8.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
To the middle. Here's Dedmon. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And a brief check of the stats for John Wall. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Averaging 17 points per game, 12 assists, and 3 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Taylor kicks to Prince. Beal on the double team. Outside, Taylor. 5 on the clock. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
It's good. That's 10 points for Markieff Morris.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Dedmon kicks to Collins. The shot, no good. Wall with some nice defense.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Atlanta again missing. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens. Just not much success when it comes to shooting. And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing them.
Atlanta's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Taylor kicks to Dedmon. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender. You know, the 7-footer Dwayne Dedmon was a late bloomer to this game. His mother didn't let him play sports early on, but when he turned 18, though, he decided he wanted to pursue basketball.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Morris. Kelly Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Zedoransky subbed in for John Wall. And for most 7-footers, the game finds them. Coaches and scouts search out kids with special physical gifts like Dwayne Dedman.
He's had to make up for lost time, but he made it. Last season, the most consistent playing time of his career. The Spurs coaching staff bringing him up to speed.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Dorsey. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Scott, good.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Moghetti dishes to Muscala. Hawks passing it around. There's a good screen. Kicks to Dedman. 13 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. Dedman's got his second bucket of the night.
Carving out just enough space for mid-range. Good look.
Here's Scott. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Moghetti kicks to Muscala. To the middle. Knocked loose. 1:19 left to play in the first. And that one's good by Gortat.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Moghetti kicks to Dedman. Lays it up off the glass. Dedman's got 7.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Satoransky. It's Scott on the wing. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Plumlee is checked in for Dwayne Dedman. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Muscala, the pass to Dorsey. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. And that one, good.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. So it's the Wizards now. Outside, Meeks. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Hawks shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Now Moghetti feeds it to Dorsey. The tray sinks the three-pointer. Dorsey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back right after this. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hands. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow-through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still, to this day, thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
They've got Ian Mahimi. Jody Meeks out there with Satoransky. Then there's Scott, and it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Washington shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. And you love to watch the players attack the rack. Everybody does. Smitty, who do you think are some of the best slashers right now in the NBA?
I think DeMar DeRozan, he does a great job of playing without the basketball. You see LeBron James, he has it in his hands, but when Kyrie has it, you see he slashes. Antetokounmpo, Andrew Wiggins, those are some of the guys that are the best in the business without the basketball.
Fun to watch him, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Sinks the triple. Oubre's got his second bucket tonight.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now, here is Maggette. Defense right on him. Over to the wing. Here's Dorsey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dorsey's got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
And it's Meeks with the rebound. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Satoransky. Makes it off the glass.
I'll tell you, there's no quit in him when it comes to the offensive glass.
Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Maggette kicks to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Maggette outside. Here is Plumlee. He's got 6. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. Here's Muscala. Rebound, Washington. It's Scott on the wing. He's covered by Muscala. Scott can't get it to go. The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Dorsey. Offensive rebound. Plumlee shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Plumlee's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Maggette kicks to Muscala. Passes it to Maggette. There's the triple. That one misses. Wizards have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Atlanta.
And the mid-range game, probably the one area of note where they do not focus a large part of their offense, or at least maybe not as big of a focus as you'd like to see.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First one falls for him. And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. Prince is checked in for the Hawks. Mahimi hits them both. Atlanta's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Maggette outside, inside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Now the dish to Dorsey. Good on the 3-point shot. Dorsey's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Hawks.
Starting to heat up now. He nailed 1 from behind the arc in the first quarter, 2 here in the second.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Maggette dishes to Dorsey. Maggette the pass to Muscala. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got his second basket of the night.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Here's Scott. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Scott's got 7.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Maggette outside. Here's Muscala. Off target from outside. Wizards have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Here's Beal. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 4 rebounds in this game. Out to Maggette. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Mahimi. The Wizards shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. And Scott has it in the corner. Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one is good from Bradley Beal. 6 points for him.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And Plumlee kicks to Dorsey. The Hawks working the ball around, and the 3 ball is good.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Atlanta's shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Maggette kicks to Muscala. Prince in the corner. Misses the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They get the rebound. Here's Oubre, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Oubre's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dishes to Dorsey. Here's the 3. Washington with the rebound. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Oubre. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Many teams these days looking to play in transition. Some have suggested widening the definition of the clear path foul to allow those exciting situations to play out. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still basketball defensively. I think if you have a guy that's out in front of you, I think the rules right now is fantastic. I don't want to see a change where guys are scared to make a play on the basketball because, hey, if I don't foul him, he gets a chance to get a bucket and 2 more shots. At the end of the game, in a huge game, which they all are, sometimes you want to be able to foul a guy, but if he's in front of you, I like the way the rules are right now.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Washington making some changes. Morris is checked in for Mahinmi. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Mike Scott, and John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. And both free throws good for Oubre.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
From deep, Prince. Another miss by Prince.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Wall tries again, and it's good on the way in. Wall's got 15 points.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
To end the run, and the shot is long.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Hits it from three-point range.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
Taylor passes to Collins. Lee outside. The feed to Taylor. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, Wall. The three. Here's Porter. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 10 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Prince in the corner. There's the three. Nailed from three-point land.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
It's Wall with the drive. Over Taylor. Here's Morris. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Kicks it out to Prince for the three. Another three for Atlanta.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Morris dishes to Porter. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
And he's not going to miss those very often. Even from deep, the D has to close out a little stronger on him.
And finished off by Oubre.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Wall against Taylor. He feeds it to Collins. Shoots over Oubre. No good off the back of the rim.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken.
That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Yes.
Athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
Oh, going vertical and getting nasty on that one.
That slam, Greg, was one to behold. We'll remember that, baby.
He leaped off the ground and threw that down with some real ferocity. Wow.
They set the pick. Lee kicks to Taylor. Shot off the screen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Taylor's got his second bucket of the night.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Collins, good.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Washington's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. And that's now 20 points for John Wall.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
From outside the arc. Shot by Taylor, no good. Wizards shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Got that one up quick. Wall's got 22 points.
And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
Picked by Lee. Taylor kicks to Collins. Taylor against Beal. And here's Prince outside. Washington with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Porter. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Prince outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Prince has got 15.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
From 10 feet out, and again it's Atlanta. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Wall, that's a 2-pointer, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He ended up with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
No question. The first half belonged to John Wall. Athletic point guard, a terror in transition, serves up the corner threes on a platter. And as a scorer, he's extended his range. A big boost for the spacing of the offense.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
The dome of the U.S. Capitol building looking absolutely grand as we make our return to Washington, D.C. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. On the court for Atlanta, Collins is out there with Prince. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Taylor in at the point guard position. Porter with the steal. Over Prince. Here's Gortat. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Morris.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Washington shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field, and they pick up 2.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Prince, the pass to Taylor. From the arc. No good, shot missing. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Wall, and the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got 26 points.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
Lee kicks to Taylor. From outside, off the mark.
and that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Wall, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. There's the screen. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That's tipped. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lee with the ball. Now Beal defending. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Beal. Averaging about 22 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Taylor kicks to Prince.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
From the baseline. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall. And that's 18 points for Markieff Morris. Taylor kicks to Dedmon. Lee dishes to Taylor. Dedmon passes to Taylor. Prince in the corner, trying to get back on track. Another miss by Prince.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
From deep, Wall. Atlanta with the rebound.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Hits it from 3-point range. Taylor's got 10.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Offensive rebound, and he makes that one. 30 points for Wall.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Prince. There's a good screen. Dedmon kicks to Taylor. Lee outside. From deep. Morris with the rebound. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. And Wall slams it home.
And he can just block. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Taylor. It's good from long range. 13 points in the game.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Wall's shot is good.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Prince in the corner. From the arc. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And again, John Wall. Wall's got 36.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Collins kicks to Prince. The pass to Taylor. Puts up a 3. Washington with the rebound. Here's Wall. Not enough on that one as it misses. Atlanta's shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Prince with it. Now guarded by Porter. Taylor. And the 3 off target. Washington shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Porter, no luck.
Nice move inside. Has the defender beat. Just fails to finish.
Lee kicks to Taylor. It's stolen by Morris. Puts it up from 15. Second chance shot. Porter, no luck. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Scotty's checked in for Markieff Morris. Jody Meeks comes in for Beal. And Satoransky's subbed in for John Wall. Maggette kicks to Dorsey. He dishes it to Prince. Lets it go with a 3. No good. And it's Washington the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And that one's good by Porter.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Maggette kicks to Plumlee. Maggette outside. Knocked away. And again, Washington running the court in transition. And then Porter with the jam.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Atlanta with the ball. Maggette dishes to Plumlee. He kicks to Dorsey. Here's Prince. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Prince has got 17 now.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Atlanta with the ball. Kicks it to Dorsey. Lets it go from deep. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 12.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Gortat gets it to go in on the assist by Meeks.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Maggette kicks to Plumlee. And Gortat over to help. Maggette outside. Plumlee sets the pick for Maggette. Dorsey passes to Prince. 6 to shoot. Plumlee with the screen. There's the triple. The shot by Dorsey, no good. It's Gortat with the drive. Here's Meeks. It's deflected. Now, here is Maggette. Prince in the corner. Lets it go from deep, and the three ball is good. Prince has got 20.
Timeout. And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And Smitty, would you ever be interested in joining a team as a general manager or a personnel guy in a front office in the league?
I would, Kevin. I mean, I love everything about the game of basketball, and obviously played and been in broadcasting. But a GM role is something I've always talked about, coaching, front office, whatever it may be. I'll be happy because I'm in the game of basketball. And then, Kevin, if I get that job, are you coming with me?
I'm always with you, by your side and ready to go. But let me ask you, when you were playing, Steve, did you consciously think, hey, someday I might be a coach, or I'd like to sit up in the stands and evaluate talent? Does it go through your mind in the throes in the middle of your career?
Yes, it does. And a lot of the guys, I would say my mentors, one was Lenny Wilkins. He did a fantastic job. Player coach at one time. I've talked a lot to him. My wife and Joe Dumar's wife are sisters, so me and Joe have a close relationship. Pat Riley, I picked the brains of the best, and hopefully one day I'll get that chance, and hopefully I'll make that move. But right now, I'm loving what I'm doing.
Mahimi's checked in for Washington, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Bembry's checked in, and that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his third foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Doubled by Plumlee. The Wizards with another miss. Atlanta's shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Maggette kicks to Bembry. Takes a three. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Satoransky. Nice D from Maggette. Atlanta's shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Pass to Dorsey from downtown. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Washington shooting right around 46% from the floor in the third quarter. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Maggette kicks to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. Feeds to Maggette. To the paint. Off the pick. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. And it goes down 2 points. And it's now 22 points for Otto Porter Jr.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Moghetti dishes to Muscala. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Dorsey. Drains the three-pointer. Dorsey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Moghetti outside. And Dorsey kicks to Moghetti. Hawks passing it around. And Porter comes to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bembry misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And a wide open look for Porter. Another one falls for Washington.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Moghetti kicks to Muscala. Passes it to Bembry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this lead. He's been off all night.
Offensive rebound. Mahimi lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Mahimi's got 10 points.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
And Porter comes to help. And Dorsey kicks to Moghetti. The Hawks again can't hit. The Wizards shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Shoots from the baseline. Meeks can't hit. The Hawks shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Here's Dorsey. And a miss there on the triple. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Moghetti kicks to Muscala. The dish to Moghetti. Here's Bembry, guarded by Porter, looking to end the run. Again, Moghetti missing.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Washington calls timeout. Oubre's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Here's Washington now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Mahimi. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Atlanta's shooting poorly, just 35% so far. 27 seconds left to play here in the third. And Mahimi with the stuff.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Bembry kicks to Dorsey. Here's Plumlee off with the layup.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Center ends there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Mike Scott. Then there's Oubre. And it's Mahimi in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Banbury kicks to Maggette. Teardrop shot. Good work there as it goes. Maggetti's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hawks. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
The Hawks working the ball around. From beyond the arc, the three-pointer is right on target. Washington shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. And finished off by Scott.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Scott's gone 4 of 9 in field goal attempts. To the middle. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Hawks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Gristle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And Smitty, this year the NBA choosing to start the season a bit earlier to cut down on the back-to-back games during the year. Do you think the NBA should spread the schedule out even more? Or are you happy the way they have at least gone about this season?
I think the NBA, Adam Silver and those guys have done a fantastic job. I love how they give the guys basically a week after All-Star game. They're starting a little bit early to cut down the back-to-backs. Either way, if you can find ways to help the recovery time is great. But I think right now, the league and the games and the scheduling, they're in good hands right now.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Mahimi. Here's Oubre. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Hawks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Here's Mahimi. Atlanta with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. It's stolen by Sessions. Meeks, good.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Oubre, rebounded by the Hawks. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Meeks. And the demands of NBA basketball, no secret. The league has taken measures, Steve, to allow players more time for rest, which is good, and more time for recovery, which is better. Less back-to-backs. Do you think more can be done and should be done in those areas?
You know, I know the league is looking at it. The less back-to-backs is fantastic, and I think they're looking at the travel and the recovery. So as more and more they can limit back-to-backs, I think that helps guys recover. I think guys get a chance to be ready to go, because playing a back-to-back is extremely hard, and I think guys on their own are doing a lot to be able to take care of their bodies in the offseason. So I think both the players and league are doing a fantastic job.
Dishes at the Wall, off the screen, and Wall with the slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
The line for 2.
And that one falls for Wall. And this is the first season where we have ads on jerseys in the NBA with the teams. Gut reaction, Steve, now that you've seen the ads on the jerseys, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I don't like it because I know it's going to start to add up. Well, we're not going to even be able to see the player's name and the logos. It's just going to be ads everywhere. I understand it, but I don't like it.
You know, I can see it for practice jerseys. I can see it maybe when you're selling it retail to the fans. But, I mean, isn't there enough advertising already? I mean, that's one of the great things about keep it as pure as possible. I get the European deal, but there's so much money here, it would seem like this is just an add-on that doesn't need to be added on.
Kevin, I'm totally in agreement with you. I think practice jerseys, like you said, selling the jerseys maybe, but I think also maybe at the All-Star game, you can fill those guys up for that one game. But I would love to keep it pure, get the chance to just see those uniforms the way they are.
Hawks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Bembry. The three-pointer, no good.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
He's been unstoppable here late, trying to shut the door and turn the lights out.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You hear people cheer more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Great look, but off the mark.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Wall's shot is good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
They set the screen. Plumlee with a screen on Sessions. Off the screen, and it's Taylor finishing it off.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
Knocks it loose. They double him with Wall. Taylor kicks to Bembry. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Smith on the wing, and it's Wall in the corner. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think it's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now. He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Atlanta making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Taylor against Wall. Taylor attacking. And that one hits back iron.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
John Wall taking 2 shots.
Two.
That free throw, no good. While the league has long had a rookie orientation program, people rave about it. It continues to develop and evolve. More recently, Steve, they've created a program for players transitioning to retirement. This is an outstanding idea. What's important with that in your eyes?
I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. I think the rookie orientation should even start even earlier. I think it should start at the college level. Not saying that everybody's going to make it to the NBA, but it helps you what they give you just in the game of life. And then transitioning to retirement, I think it should be the first day you sign that NBA contract, the transition should start, because it could end with an injury. And obviously we know even if you play a lengthy career, in 10 or 12 years is over.
Like if you were going to talk to a young player and if the player said, Steve, give me one thing that I need to remember as I go through my career and then it ends, what's the one piece of advice you would feed to a young player about what's going to be at the end of this journey?
Well, I think first of all, there's a couple things, Kevin, and I have to answer. First, you got to keep your value system. Second, financially, you got to understand is make it simple as possible. You're not going to be able to live on the same type of salary for the rest of your life. So if you have a contract, say $20 million, in a simple way, divide that up for like 50 years, because that's how much you're going to need to be able to live off of. There were a lot of ways he could have finished that one, but he's decided to keep it classy with the finger roll.
The feed to Muscala. Doubled by Smith. It's stolen by Mahimi. Here's Wall. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Wall's got 50 points.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Meeks with the steal. And Wall. Here we go now. Here's Smith. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Hawks shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Over in the corner, Lee. The 3-ball. It's John Wall with the rebound. Wall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Beal, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks.
Brian Beal. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Beal. And the Wizards making a change here. Oubre's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Atlanta with the ball. Maggette kicks to Bembry. Bangs home the trifecta. Bembry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Hawks.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Maggette kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Bembry. The three. Rebound, Washington. Oubre's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Meeks. Meeks got assist number 7 for him tonight. Maggette kicks to Plumlee. He feeds it to Dorsey. And there's the pass to Maggette. Pass to Dorsey. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Mike Scott's checked in for Washington. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 15-6 run. And again, John Wall. Wall's got 56 points in the game.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Got a piece of it. Oubre with the steal. By himself, and Wall with the slam.
He is a monster in transition. Wall operates in the open court at an elite level. I'm not sure there's anyone who finishes better on the break.
Maggette kicks to Muscala. He dishes it to Dorsey. The Hawks working the ball around. Bembry. Atlanta again missing.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the three, and we're seeing why.
And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 60 points for Wall.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Wall.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
The putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Washington calls timeout. They're up. 34 seconds left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. .34 seconds left in the fourth. Makes it off the glass.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
Plumlee, the pass to Maggette. Here's Bembry. From outside, off the mark.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
They get the rebound. Mahimi uses the glass to finish the layup.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Martian. Some impressive numbers for you on the boards. Not all about stats, but what does that do for this team?
Well, the most important thing for me as a big man is, get those rebounds, and I feel like that's my responsibility. So I'm just trying to get as many as I can.
Well, you got a whole lot tonight, March. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.